You're live? All right. Well, welcome to Parent Hub Live number 5.
The best number of all time, obviously.
My name is Justin. I am the student pastor at the Mooresville campus.
And I'm Michelle. I'm the elementary coordinator at Apex.
And today we're talking about moving on up, how transitions can be great and fun and happy, but also there may be opportunities to where it's a little scary, nervous, and anxious, and I don't know, it's just something new. And so what we want to do in our time, in the next few minutes, is guide you parents through what to look for in these transitions and things that can help you out in your kid's next step here at Hope. But before we get into that, we have a giveaway that, Michelle, you're going to be talking about. It's out of this world. It's incredible. So just hold on to your laptop right now because it's incredible.
So your giveaway, should you win, is an opportunity to hang out with me at Adventure Landing. Just kidding. Your family. So what we want you to do is that we want you to comment below the answer to the question of what are you nervous about during transitions, because like you said, it can be just like a little awkward, especially if you've never like experienced that before. So just be honest with us. What are you nervous about? And if we like your answer, well, more accurately, if Kathy likes your answer, she will select you to win this $50 gift card to Adventure Landing. Plus, I believe there are tickets.
There's tickets too, and so tokens, and if you want us to, we can even laminate this. It's going to be awesome.
Just don't make promises.
Okay, I won't. But as we talk about transitions, first off, why we do what we do here at Hope, we want you to understand that we as a church, we exist to reach kids, to reach students, and to reach parents for Jesus. We want to meet parents where they are and encourage them to grow in a relationship with Jesus. And we just know that with the force of parenting and then the force of the local church. I've heard it said that the two combined influences are greater than just two influences. And so great things can take place when the family and the church combine and come together. And with this transition, we talk about this with Promotion Sunday. And so looking at the Kid City, of why we do what we do even more so. Michelle, share with the parents here, why do we do what we do when it comes to like Kid City stuff?
Well, we think it's really important. That's why we do it. Like Justin was saying just a second ago, that we do believe that two combined influences are way more impactful than just, like you said, two influences. And so we recognize that anything that we do, we want to make sure that we partner with parents alongside that. But as you have a kid in Kid City, that spans from the brand new infant baby in the nursery all the way through to 5th grade. That is our Kid City span. There are a couple transitions that happen throughout those ages, because that is a huge developmental gap from beginning to end. And so I want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of what's about to happen. So as your kids are aging up into our preschool area, which is generally they're around 2 to 3 through 5, so just before kindergarten, you're going to start to see some changes and some shifts as they move from that nursery hallway into preschool. One of the first things that you're going to see is that they're going to have a lot of consistent leaders, because we believe that it is important for kids to see the same faces every single week. It's important for them to form relationships, to form bonds, and also as we use those relationships that grow consistently over time, we will make sure that we leverage that to influence them for Jesus, because that's what we believe, that every kid has potential to know God and to love God and love others and love life. And that's why we're about it. So you're going to see as we go into preschool that kids are going to be assigned to particular small groups as they come to the same service consistently. And so they're going to see the same leaders every week as they come, which is really cool, really exciting. And as they do that, you guys will be resourced every month. And so you will be receiving this big old sheet of paper. It's not just a sheet of paper, it's actually a placemat. So we want to make sure that it has front and back. We will make sure that you guys are able to continue the conversations at home, because a lot of times we ask our kids, what did you learn at church today? And they say, Jesus, did you have fun? Yeah, and it's really hard to work on, so we will make sure that we equip you with the things that you need to know. And so actually on this placemat that you'll start receiving in preschool, and sometimes in the nursery hallway, there's like a little overview for you of what they learned that day, along with questions and follow-ups that you can ask your kids. And it's just a way for you guys to interact throughout the week. Actually, this is for the whole month, so you have that whole span just right there.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
have a preschooler, and I know that she's going to love being a part of this and doing that.
Well, she better.
Yeah.
We worked hard on
Yeah.
No, no, we did. The other thing that we have is that you're going to start seeing ways that we really want kids to own their faith and own what it means to be part of the kingdom of God. And so we want to make sure that we give and provide opportunities for kids as young as preschool to serve the world around them. And so we do something called KidWorks. And so just this past month, actually, you might have seen this.
Yeah.
We passed these out for preschool through elementary. And this is just one example of a way that you guys can go out into the community, go out into your homes, and be a change and be a difference and be an influencer. It's really cool. So that's called our KidWorks projects, and that starts in our preschool hallway. As we move the transition from our fives classroom into kindergarten, we always know what that comes. It always brings tears, but that's okay because we got it covered. Because when they hit kindergarten, your kids hit kindergarten, they're going to encounter the same things that they encountered in preschool. They're going to be in small groups. They're going to encounter large groups. Those small groups are going to have consistent small group leaders that are meeting with your kid every single week, which
So
is
important.
incredible. It's so important. So that element is going to be the same. What you are going to notice is that as they hit kindergarten, they're going to be split into gender-specific groups. And so you're going to have a boys group, you're going to have a girls group, and we do that for multiple reasons, but mostly because boys and girls are different, and we want to make sure that we address those issues differently and that we're able to do that. So you're going to start seeing that in kindergarten. You're also going to start seeing, to replace the placemats, because we want to continue the conversation and we want kids to start owning what they're hearing in church. They're going to go home every single week with something called a God time card. Now, this is basically just a devotion for kids. And you can also follow along with it too. And it has 4 days of activities, of questions, of taking the lesson a little bit deeper. And so that's going to go home every single week. And so that is the same. And they're also going to be experiencing KidWorks projects, just like we talked about earlier. So those are really cool transitions that are happening within Kid City, but the big one happens when they go from 5th grade to 6th grade.
Oh,
Lots of changes.
We are so
Yes.
ready for you, upcoming 6th graders, to be a part of MSM. 3 words that you're going to hear a whole lot. You belong here. And parents of rising 6th graders, we know this is a big transition for you. And so there's some similarities or some differences. Some of the things that are the same: small groups. Small groups are a big part of what we do in our DNA here at Hope, all across the board, but especially even in the middle school years. We have small groups, and they meet on Sunday. So pretty much the same time that they met during Kid City, they meet during the services, and we just have an incredible time. And so that is a big piece, again, why we do. So parents, as much as possible, be an influencer and plug in small groups. Get your kid plugged into a small group. The best next step for you as a new student and new parent in our MSM world would be this event that's called Best of the Mess. Now, you know,
Heard of this?
yeah, a lot of people
Yes.
have. In middle school, it can be messy, and we know that as a church, and parents, you know that going into it. But all of us here at Hope, we want to encourage you in that mess. We want to walk alongside with you. We understand that there might be some messy times to come, but there's also a lot, even in those messy times, there's a lot of God moments to come. And we want to surround your student with an incredible amount of encouragement, support, and love and care. And it has been statistically proven that students that attend Best of the Mess, they have an incredible rate lasting throughout all of MSM and being a part of this milestone event. And so the dates for that is July 19th to 20th. Sign up is on the link below under descriptions. It's going to be posted right after it goes live. But you can go to gethope.net/MSM to sign up for Best of the Mess. Please, 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 if this is an opportunity for you. So here's the deal. 7th graders can't be a part of this. 8th graders can't be a part of this. This is your one-time opportunity to make a huge, incredible memory maker moment with your child this July 19th and 20th. So sign up for that. As we talk about more so with going from the transition from middle school to high school, HSM, there's a lot of great, incredible things taking place here at Hope with our high school ministries. We believe that the journey is better with friends and community, and you can find that community here with HSM. Some of the same things that you'll experience are found in small group. We push small groups big time. Again, all across the board, from little ones to adults. Small group, small group, small group. But instead of small groups taking place on a Sunday, they now take place on a weeknight. And we have host homes where students can be a part of a small group. And they go into a home with a bunch of group of students, a group of leaders that love them, support them, and mentor them. And there are pockets of small groups that meet all across the triangle. And so there's a little bit of similarities where we still want you to be a part of a small group. It just happens at a different time. Serving is a huge opportunity. So going back to even middle school, we encourage our students, since there's no intersection for middle school.
Wait a minute. What is intersection?
Intersection.
You want me to?
Go. Yeah,
It's Kid Cities.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So intersection is it's just a way for us to serve our people who are serving and volunteering. And so it's a way for kids who are staying for 2 services because their parents are attending one and serving one. It's a place for them to belong. And so that is all throughout preschool and elementary Kid City. But then all of a sudden they hit 6th grade and that doesn't exist anymore for a very important reason, because we want middle schoolers to serve and, again, to own their faith. And so I'm going to throw it back to you. So
Yeah.
keep going.
I love it. I love it. And so what we love seeing is students, as soon as either before middle school starts, they go to a certain service, or right afterwards, jumping in, serving on a volunteer team here at Hope. Where, again, they're owning their faith, and they're no more like Jesus when they do serve. And so we love seeing that take place. And so we continue to have that even in high school, where there's a huge opportunity to be a part of the church by serving, attend a service, but also we do push small groups in a massive way. Whenever you can put students around a community of people that are for them, that are there for them, even good or bad times, it's amazing to see just how faith will continue to grow in that student's life, and how it's going to almost a domino effect to all their friends. The next biggest thing that you can do, if you are a parent that's going to have a soon freshman, I know it might be kind of scary. I'm nowhere near that, but some of you are. I want to push you to our HSM game night. This is going to be July the 10th at the Apex campus. Again, you can go to gethope.net/HSM. All the information on this. And so if you are a parent of a rising freshman, you are also invited, because during the games activities, this is a great time for you to connect with HSM staff, but also other small group leaders, so we can help get you better accustomed to what's taking place in the life here at Hope when it comes to high school ministries. There's a lot of great things. There's another ministry that is just absolutely dynamic, and they're touching lives in so many different ways. That's special needs ministry.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my, how have we not talked about this before?
I was saying the best for the last. I mean, that's fun.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
So our mission here at Hope is to love people where they are and encourage them to grow in relationship. And that is all people, no matter what they look like, who they are, whatever it happens to be. And so a huge part of why we do what we do and who we exist for, we exist for our individuals with special needs who happen to come to Hope. And so we want to make sure that they are brought in and encouraged. And so we have this incredible ministry that comes alongside Kid City and HSM and MSM, and they are just providing support and encouragement to families who have people that have special needs within that. And so that's a really incredible part of who we are, and we love having them partner with us.
The transitions don't even stop there, because even right after you graduate, you enter into this world of college, of the workforce, and young pros, and college ministry. And so we have a special guest. His name's David. He's the best looking dude here at the campus right now. David, come on in here. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Justin, Michelle, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. We have a lot of exciting things going on in college ministry, and I know that is a big transition going from high school to college. As a parent, you may be excited that your kid is finally getting out of the house. You may be sad, though, that they are also gaining their own independence for once, but even though it might be difficult or sad, it doesn't have to be a tough transition. We're here at College Ministry to make it as easy as possible. We all know that college can be a very difficult time. It can be a new transition. There's a lot of independence. There's a lack of structure, a lack of routine when you're kind of on your own, and it's easy to drift into isolation. So it's our kind of priority with college ministry just to create a sense of community, create a sense of belonging for these college students. So we have a lot of exciting things going on in order to get students connected, to get freshmen connected. We would love to get them plugged in. The first thing we have going on this summer, it starts tonight. It's summer nights. So that's basically just a weekly worship gathering of college students and young adults where they can come and eat some food, learn about a message, meet some other students, and also do some worship as well. We also have college breakfast. That's every Sunday morning at 10:30. That's in the loft. That's just another time where students can come, they can get connected, and really our goal is just to help people grow in their faith and help students grow in their faith. And that's best done, Justin alluded to this earlier, that's best done in community, and we want to create a sense of belonging where people can walk together with others and that they can grow in their faith together. So a lot of exciting things. It's a big transition, but it doesn't have to be tough. It can be an exciting and easy transition as well. And I'm sure we'll include more details about what's going on with college ministry in the description.
Boom. Awesome. David, thanks so much, dude. I appreciate it. Yes. So here's the heart of it all. We encourage you to stay connected. Stay connected. Know what your kid, student is learning about. There's all these resources of figuring out, even using the ParentHub for your family's advantage. Understand that if your leader is continuing to move along with your students, celebrate that. Come alongside that leader and lean into them and thank them for what they're able to do. Another attention point I just want you to think about is going back to our question for our giveaway. What are you most nervous about with these transitions? What are some things where you kind of get these like butterflies in your stomach, what you're thinking about? Remember, we're going to be picking out a drawing for
Adventure Landing for $50 plus tickets.
That's
and
awesome.
An experience with me.
Yeah. Or you can take me. But yeah. So Michelle, let's go in deeper right here. What can parents do to like stay connected?
Yes. So there's lots of different ways, and you kind of already hinted at them, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So one of them that he mentioned is the ParentHub. I know if you're hearing that, you're like, what in the world is that? So what it is just a one-stop shop for parents and whoever happens to take care of birth through college age students. A place for them to go to find resources, to find articles. There's even, I don't know if you know this, but it has an app. If you go to the App Store, I know we're so high tech.
So good.
So good. If you go to our app, you go to the App Store, it's theparenthub.net. You can download it, and it actually has some online parenting classes on there. Isn't that crazy?
That's
so
cool.
If you're like, I really would like some tips and tricks on like how to deal with like maybe my girl is kind of a mean girl, like how do I parent through that? Or social media is a really big thing. I don't know what I'm doing. It has some resources like that available for you to just kind of browse through, and you can even go through and select it according to like the age, developmental age that you're looking for. So that's a really cool resource for you guys to check out on your own time and touch the button on your phone. So great. The other thing that you talked about was leaders. So your kid's small group leader is highly invested in your child, and most of them move up with your kids. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of them intentionally come into, I don't know about middle school as much or HSM as much, but Kid City, I know for sure a lot of people come in and they say, I want to be in a kindergarten classroom because I want to move up with my kids all the way through. And that is incredible. And so tapping into that resource is going to be a really big thing, because we know that as kids age, they're going to start looking to other people outside of their home for people that they want advice from. They just kind of want to hear other perspectives, and so it's really important for you to know kind of some of the people that your kids might be looking for. So if you haven't met your kid's small group leader, I would encourage you to introduce yourself when you see them. They would love that so much. Have I missed anything?
I think the best way to stay connected also is just follow us on social media. We have links that are all going to be listed at the bottom of the screen. And that's with Kid City, Special Needs Ministry, middle school and high school. And that's a great way to stay updated of the latest, what's taking place through social media. And so take advantage of that. And what's also really neat about those is you can always share those too. You can repost those and help us get the word out. All of us with social media, we're a walking billboard. And so we're in this together, getting the word out about what God's doing here in the Raleigh greater area, but what God's doing here at Hope Community Church. So kind of last things, Best in the Mess, middle school. Go and sign up. Links at the bottom. HSM game night. Go and sign up. Links at the bottom of the screen. But Michelle, that's our time. Transition 101.
Yes.
Moving on up.
You are now pros.
We are ready for you. We are expecting you. It's going to be a great year ahead. We love you guys.
Thanks.